Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lilo and Stitch. Let me prepare for this. Let me get us in camera view mode for this one, because this is gonna be a clip, I'm sure. Before I even get into anything about what's being said about this movie, before I share my review, before Paul shares his review, I must say to you, in all honesty, I have seen Lilo and Stitch, the animated version movie, once when my nieces were very small. And it wasn't me sitting there. It was like kind of watching them. So they were watching it more than I was, if that makes sense. You know, at the time I had my sidekick out. I'm sitting there, I'm playing on the internet. They're off. They're watching Lilo and Stitch. But I did see the movie and it was good. It's a good movie. That Lilo and Stitch. Now, I learned what Ohana means and Ohana means foster care is the way to go, from what I understand. Oh no, I'm sorry. Ohana means family, not in this in this new version. And that's where we get to it. This is the live action. Let me get the good out of the way. Stitch was cute. He was funny. It's hard for him not to be, considering you have a model for, you know, I think there was the original movie. I think there's been like a couple of sequels to the movie. I think there's a TV show to the movie. So there's a lot of Disney versions of Stitch out there that you can watch and you can gain like what will make this special. They kept him looking like Stitch. They listened to the Sonic audience, the Sonic the Hedgehog audience, and said, we're not going to mess with this. He's just going to look like Stitch. So I'll give him that. The little girl in it was adorable. Almost like it's hard to fight with the cartoon version. The only reason I'd say like she wasn't as adorable as the cartoon version, because of how this movie ended. And we'll get to that. But the story is really about an older sister taking care of their very young and sort of quirky younger sister. Their parents passed away, so she's trying to make ends meet, trying to make it work with being a guardian of her young sister. And then an alien shows up that is a convicted felon, I guess, by some alien race. And so they exile him to Earth, and they realize that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a real problem when it comes to Stitch. So they have to go and they have to try and find him. We know the story. We've seen it before, but in this version, they tell it different. I don't know why. There's nothing in this movie, before I let you go, Paul, there's nothing in this movie that adds up to get to that ending. Like the original ending where everything sort of works out, they build the house together and they do their thing and Stitch stays with them and the family stays together because family is important. And especially in this Samoan island nation in Hawaii, that like family and the tribe and things like that. Like, you know, I've been watching videos on this and such, and, you know, that is such an important element. And it was also a testament to the foster care system that is in Hawaii and how it doesn't work with the state. So I don't mean to laugh, but with all that being said, the sister needed to leave Hawaii because she wanted to achieve her dream of becoming a marine biologist on the mainland, not the coastal. The mainland is where she's going to learn how to become a marine biologist, not in Hawaii where she is currently. I guess there's no marine biology schools in Hawaii. That's sarcasm, because they have some of the best. Because why wouldn't they? They're an island state. Whatever. I can't get into that. But so she straight up is like, yeah, all right, I can't leave. I gotta be a good big sister. And then the little sister's like, you can leave, and she leaves. So Ohana apparently meets the distance. Ohana is this is everybody's locked down and cannot see each other. We're all going to marine biology school in Kentucky. This movie looked good. Like it was like the special effects were good. You know, it's Disney. It wasn't anything mind blowing, but I have to tell you, this whole message is so lost and is so disturbing. I had to give this a 1.5 out of 5 for my ratings for this. It just missed on all marks for me. I feel like somebody made this movie and was just like, you know what? I'm going to be different. And it wasn't good. So somebody needs to be fired, for whoever created this thing. An elegant word for it, like I could, but this thing that they made, this live action thing that none of them seemed to be working. Paul, I went on for a bit. I would love to hear what you think. Were you a fan of the original? First of all,
yeah, I grew up with the first one. You know, I remember seeing it in theaters, so like I did kind of love it. I'm still not like a Disney guy, so I'm not like, oh my god, Disney everything. But I did enjoy the first Lilo and Stitch a lot. This was Joker 2 to Lilo and Stitch 1.
Good.
It was just so bad, and I kept trying to look for something good, and I just felt disappointed because even the children in the theater when we saw it just sounded disappointed, like bored, like, oh mom, can we go play in the the arcade, or I'm hungry, or blah blah blah, and like the kids didn't even care, and I feel bad if the kids' first time being introduced to this is this, because it just makes it look, like you said, it's not holding the original traditions of the first one. It just makes it kind of seem dumb and silly. And I get kids' movies can be that way, but the original had at least some heart. So like, I want some heart, you know? I just didn't like it. I agree with you. This was kind of the bane of my existence. I've been waiting eagerly to hear from friends that are adult, over the top Disney fans that have remained silent. So I know they agree with me. So I'm ready to talk trash to them since they think Disney does no wrong. But Disney, let me tell you, stop doing live actions of good movies. Choose the bad ones. Choose movies that didn't go amazing and try them again. Do Camp Nowhere again with Christopher Lloyd back. Do something fun.
If you're going to change a movie, how about Songs of the South? If you're going to like try and update it for today's world, how about if you're going to remake something, redeem that? You know,
that's fair.
Like where are we? Like, I completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. These live actions, I can see wanting to do some. Like the Beauty and the Beast one was good. It just doesn't, like, the animation was so good. I didn't feel like it was warranted. A lot of people didn't like that they made the Little Mermaid a young black girl, but I didn't care who it was. It just wasn't a good movie comparatively to the original. And I think a lot of it was they're so endearing to our childhoods, right? But there are a lot of problematic things that happen in those movies because they were products of their time. Doesn't bother me. I don't think that we should be judging products of their time on today's standards, especially in art. It was different worlds trying to tell different stories. So I get it. This didn't, like, so like when I watch like any other type of live action movie they do where I'm like, okay, they're trying to, like Dumbo, I think they're trying to go more of an animal cruelty thing, which it just didn't really land for me. A lot of the messages they're trying to push in this doesn't land for me. But in that original Lilo and Stitch, I got the idea of like family doesn't have to be blood. Family is who you make it. Ohana means that no one gets left behind. So we're all together. It seems very much like more of a friend movie. You know, like that Friendsgiving feel of like, all right, we're all together and like we are the family that we put together. This movie straight up was like, oh yeah, you have family and friends. Beat it. Go do your thing. Leave. Like it's just like it took that message out of it. So like it wasn't even like a correction to something. Yeah, it was just exploitative and stupid, and I wish it didn't do it.
Whoever redid this one probably got broken up with at the first movie and was like, I don't even want anything to do with this. He's like, F this, I'm not doing this.
Somebody somewhere is having like a real mental health issue with traumas from past family events unfolding. And they were like, here, you write this. And he was like, yeah, all right. He's leaving. They're like, have you
I hate you, Teresa. And he's just mashing it down.
So Lilo and Stitch 2025 was my lowest rated of the week. That and I wasn't even excited to see it because like the original wasn't one that stuck out to me. So like you had a low bar to set. I like the original. It's just like if you had kept the original, kept this the same ending, I probably would have been like, yeah, it wasn't needed, but you know, it's fine. I liked it. And that's as far as you would get. You would get a higher rating than you got with the ending. but you really screwed the pooch on it. And you went to the, I don't know. They really went to the work to make all the characters look like they did in the, you know, from their cartoon version.
Yeah.
But they went hard on changing that ending.
Visually, it did look great. Like, honestly, like the animation side of it, Disney, you were great, but story and almost everything else sucked. But animation,
I liked the interactions between the little girl and Stitch. They were funny. Like there was a couple like when he just sprays her in the face. Like I started laughing. I was like, that was pretty good. And like I know it's from the original, but they did a good job recreating that bond. So, but that was it. That was it. That was like as far as I'm gonna go. Besides, like it looked pretty and that. But that's our ratings and reviews of Lilo and Stitch. Let us know what you think in the comments.